Hey everyone, welcome to Stuff I Never Learned from a Schoolbook. My name's Tom Springer. If this is your first time here, welcome. If you're a returning customer, well, welcome back. As you know, I run Stuff I Never Learned from a Schoolbook. And if you're looking at the bearded ones, that means it's 7 p.m. Central, 8 Eastern, 6 Mountain, 5 Pacific, 2 o'clock Hawaii, 6 a.m. tomorrow out in Indonesia, and anywhere between 9 and noon out in Australia. So, welcome to the show. And as normal, I have on guests. Right now, I only have on one guest, even though we have two scheduled. But I'm going to go ahead and bring her out. So let's go ahead and say hi to Miss April Busset. Hello, Miss April. How are you?
Hey, Tom. How are you?
Good.
No see.
Right?
So good to be here.
So we get to bring you on individually. So
I know, without my sidekick. Well, I'm her sidekick.
That just means you get time to yourself, so everyone gets to enjoy you by yourself without Taryn.
I know. We have so much fun together, though.
Oh, my goodness. You guys are problem children.
We are. We're bad together now.
Brother, how you doing, Joe?
Good, clean fun. But, we're like high schoolers.
Right? Oh, my goodness. You are. Exactly. So we're seeing
how I fell in love with her? We were both on the same platform together a long time ago.
Yeah.
And I was like, I love this girl. This is my best friend. And I was stalking her, and she's stalking me.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
And then down in Gettysburg Battlefield Bash, here she comes riding down the hallway on one of those luggage carts. And I'm like, oh my God, that's what I would do. Or still a police car, one or the other.
One or the other. Well, yeah. Or be in the back of one together, whatever, same thing. So a lot of people popping in to say hi. So just kind of throwing these up there.
Hi, Lori. Hi, Jeanette. Hey, Jason.
Susan saying hi as well. Hi, Susan. How are you?
Aloha.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we have a couple alohas on here.
Oh my God, I'm coming to visit you.
Hey, you know what's funny is that I am actually going there in August, and I already kind of talked to both of them about trying to meet up with them when I'm back there. One of them actually lives in Oahu, where I'm going to be going to, and the other one just moved away from Oahu. But yeah, so hopefully we'll be able to hook up when we're back there. So.
Oh my God, that'll be awesome.
Yeah, I got to go back. I have to go back there for a week of work. Twist my arm.
I know. I have so many friends from all over the world, invited me places, and I'm like, I can't. My schedule's crazy. Oh man.
Well, I'm really wishing I had people from over in the Japan, up in Okinawa area, because I'm actually going there for 2 weeks.
No, get out. We gotta get our Japan people on.
I gotta go out. I'm going out there in July. So I'll be out there for 2 weeks in July, and I need a tour guide. So
for sure.
Right. So how have you been? You've been extremely busy.
I am so busy. That's if I don't put you on my calendar, that's
oh my goodness. Well, I'm going to explain that. Hi, Sandy. And I'm going to explain that too, because you had me on your calendar. And then I reached out and said, okay, ladies, because you and Taryn. I'm like, all right, ladies, couple of weeks. You're like, hold on, let me check my calendar. And you're like, wait, you're already on my calendar. You're so busy, you can't keep track of it all.
And you know what? I have an agent that does my events.
Yeah.
Flamiri Promotions, right? Woo-woo, love you. Love my Flamiri family.
Right, shout out.
Yeah, but I drive him crazy. Oh my God. That poor guy, I'm surprised he hasn't had a heart attack with me. And we had a falling out. Him and I, we fight like an old married couple.
Yeah. Old
Italian married couple. And we got back to, I missed it. We missed it. But, I'm telling you, it was like, Ray, are you sure you want to do this?
So for those who don't know, tonight I was going to have on April and Taryn. Taryn's a little stuck at work right now. She's doing her best to rush through New Jersey traffic, which is an oxymoron in itself right there. So she will be on here with us later when she actually gets back. But right now we get the great joy of talking to April and catching up with what April's been doing, because I haven't had either one of you on for.
Wait a minute, Sandy, where are you from? I know that name, but wait, where's Sandy? Sandy Souza.
Sandy Souza, yeah.
I love that name, Cindy Souza.
Just rolls off the tongue.
It does. I like that.
Oh, but so let me throw this up there really quick while we're doing discussions and everything else. I only grabbed 3 of yours because that's all I can fit onto the page.
Oh, okay.
So for April, here's her Facebook stuff right here, her Instagram, and her TikTok. So you can go out there and follow her on all of these. And knowing April like I do, this is someone you're going to want to follow, like, share, do all that wonderful stuff. I have friends that now follow April basically every single day when she talks. This is who they're going to listen to.
Yeah.
Or
intuitiveapril.com, my website too. So you could join my mailing list because I keep that pretty updated on all my events and stuff and just what I'm doing. I know I'm trying to be more active on social media. Like it's just, I do readings all day. And, plus I got to throw my family in there sometime, So, and plus all the events I'm doing, and plus I'm working on a special project right now.
Boom. There it is.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, no space. Let me fix that.
That's okay.
Let me fix that really quick. I have the ability. I'm sitting right here. So.
Oh, look at this.
Ta-da.
Quite a party we have here.
Let me see. I'm just now popping in. Yeah.
Some people I know very well in here.
Oh, Sandy's from Hawaii. So, Sandy, where you at? I got to find out because, like I said, I'm going to be out there in August. So, shout out to Pimp Paranormal. So, they're out here as well watching us, which is awesome. April's getting kudos, as she should.
Yes, thanks, guys.
So we got all kinds of stuff going on in here. Let me go out here and make sure I got everything going on. Yep. Cool. Sorry, I'm kind of a little sidetracked right now because I've also been kind of doing this very late, coming in from work and trying to get everything up and moving. So, anyways, you can see that April is actually trying to do work as she talks. This is the same thing I'm doing. Like I have my phone with me because messages are coming in.
Can I tell you why I'm texting? I'm just going to tell you. I read for this woman this morning, really nice woman. I meditate before my medium reading. So I was meditating, and as I was meditating, I was bringing her husband through. And it's funny, he was showing me, he said to me to tell her, I love you to the moon and back.
Yeah.
But while he's telling me this, there's a guy in the background that I can't see, but he keeps yelling his name. He's like, I don't want to say it. I'm going to say Bob.
Okay.
Bob. So I'm like, all right, I know he's a newbie because the newly departed always scream their name at me. So I said, this guy's new, but he's not family. So anyway, I go onto the reading and I'm talking to her. I said, listen, I met with your husband before coming on, and I can feel his energy, and I know he's not the lovey-dovey type, and he's not affectionate. He's not one to talk about his feelings. As a matter of fact, I said he comes off like an asshole to people. And that's how people thought about it. I said, I think if I met him, I would think he wouldn't like me. And I don't think he's the I love you type. And she said, absolutely not. I said, but he did tell me to tell you he loves you to the moon and back. And she goes, oh my God. I said, was that something he would say to you? And she goes, no, but I just bought the picture in the frame and put it up for him. I love you to the moon and back.
That is awesome.
I know. So we get this. So now Carl, and now I'm saying the real name. So the guy's real name is Carl. That's yelling, Carl. I said, by any chance, do you know Carl? She goes, oh my God. She goes, her daughter-in-law's father just died 2 days ago. And I knew he was a newbie.
Yeah.
Newbies yell at me. So he was talking about, what she was going through. So he, very in detail. So it was nice. So two people, and I was talking about this other day, like how sometimes my readings get hijacked by other spirits. Yeah.
It's weird because I still try not to open up my house, but yet I do. But I try not to. But when I do, and I'm starting to hear something or whatever else, it like other people try to jump into the conversation because they know I can hear now. So they try to jump in and be part of the conversation. And I'm like, no, I'm not talking to you. So Jason just said he just wrote that on his girl's bathroom mirror.
Oh, you see? Oh, see? Oh, that's really sweet. That's something sweet to say to someone.
And Sandy, I want to let you know really quick. You're relocating to Hilo, and I know that Mary, the really long name that I can't pronounce that we call her Mary, she just moved to Hilo too. So you guys are both in Hilo, so you guys should find each other.
Yeah, absolutely. And we got to get some people from Japan.
Right? I know.
So, the good sushi places too.
Yeah. Well, the good news is the guy I'm traveling back there with, he was actually stationed back there for 2 or 3 years. So he still knows everything back there.
Tom, you look buff.
Well, thank you. I wanted to share with you what happened last week. It was kind of interesting. That's even better. Well, then you guys should get together at some point when you're back there then. That's even better.
Can I tell Susan?
You can.
Susan, I'm going to tell you the best thing to do in the beginning is go on YouTube and get one of those guided meditations, even to meet your spirit guide and everything. Yeah. You'd be surprised. That's how I met mine, and it was crazy. That's another story I have to tell you about one of my spirit guides, and I really don't use them.
So do me a favor really quick. Let me read this really quick because we have people that's okay. We have people that we have people that don't watch, they only listen. So I like to read the question. So Susan is asking, I'm in a mud mask drinking a cocktail. Thanks.
That's my girl.
April, what advice would you give to someone for strengthening your senses or the clairs? So this is what April's answering right now.
So, I wish Taryn was here because she has clairsentience. Is that with the hearing? She has great hearing.
Oh yeah.
When she's a
clear audio. Yeah, clear audio.
It's not clear audio though. Or clear audience. Oh, yeah. All right. I know I got it mixed up.
Yeah.
But she's amazing. She always gets these and she hears them.
Yeah.
As they're being recorded and I don't hear them. I'm like, I don't know what the hell you talk about. She's a and she has ADHD, but with EVP sessions, she is on the money. She's a very, very thorough and good investigator.
Yeah, she is.
And hot.
Yeah.
Yeah. What more can you ask for?
And what's funny is that when you see her, you think that she's this. Yes, my wife's finally home. So.
So I want to tell Susan. So yeah, start off with those. But then I want you to start to quiet your mind and just have like meditation music in the background. Not too loud. I want you to sit with yourself. You have to learn to quiet yourself. I'm telling you, that works the best. Like once you get into it, because I'm telling you, today, right before, I meditated, like within a minute, I connected to this woman's husband and Carl, who was screaming at me the whole time. So
I want to share with you something that happened last week.
Okay.
I think you'll find this kind of interesting. So last week I did a show like I normally do, and someone asked the question, what is worse? Like, what do you think you get the most reactions from? Like, what's worse reactions, an asylum or a penitentiary? And while that was going on in my head, I heard someone say, it's a penitentiary. And he laughed. And he said, it's because we know what we're doing. And we did it intentionally. And the next morning I woke up and I had a cross scratched onto my chest with a line above it. So I had 3 scratches on me across my chest when I woke up in the morning. And I was like, all right, now, come on. That's not even funny.
That's because they were branding you for jail. They're like, you first.
I was like, oh, victim 1 for 1. And I was like, all right.
First, girlfriend.
Is this really how you guys want to play? Come on, let's play. So,
hey, listen, let me tell you something. I don't care where you go. I've been to crazy homes.
Yeah.
With really hairy stuff, with demonic stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And full-blown demonic stuff. Like I was part of an exorcism. And it was crazy when I filmed it. So I filmed, but I won't, I can't share it, but amongst us. But in the first part, as soon as we're there, you hear my name called out, and audience to everyone.
Yeah.
Not in our minds. And we all look at each other and we're like, and the one guy next to me goes, I heard that. And I'm like,
Okay.
okay, so let's.
Yeah. So Jeanette does ask you, hi, April.
Hi, Jeanette.
How long have you been doing this?
Oh, let's see. I started, my first experience was at 4.
So she's 29 now. So for 25 years, she's been doing this.
But I started reading. Well, I was always doing things like, my friends and everything, I would say things that would happen. And I just honestly thought I had magic. I was magic, or I was a witch,
Right.
so that's what I thought it was. And I started doing professionally. So I went to psychic, just like every other, famous psychic, went to psych. They told you we're going to be doing this. I can't tell you how many times they said I'd be doing this, but one gave me tarot cards. She's like, here. And I started doing readings without knowing the meanings of the cards. And so that's how I started. And I've been doing that professionally for, oh God, I don't even know how long, since early 20s.
Yeah.
But officially made it into a business like 7 years ago.
Yeah.
Because I really wasn't charging anyone. I was doing I was, however, this is my passion. I was getting a lot of calls for homes, for residentials that were, had hauntings.
Right.
So that was my first. And now I am, I was part of the Warren Legacy, but I had left. But I'm still involved with some of the people, and I will be doing cases with them. And I'm actually working on something now, and it's really big. So I'll be gone for like a month.
Yeah.
So I know I got. Oh, thanks. Yeah, it's really cool. It's I don't know. I grew up like this, but I will tell you, I grew up in a haunted house. Yeah. But I'll tell you how it started. We moved to my hometown, and I was 4 years old. And I remember waking up, and my dad was standing there at my bed, and I'm, yelling to my mom, come in, Daddy's here. And, the whole family runs in. And the only thing is my dad died 2 years prior. After that, I guess it activated any ghosts around or whatever. This house is old. It was 150 years old.
Yeah.
They were horrible. They were punching me, pinching me, grabbing my feet. They were trying to trip my family. Oh yeah, maybe after the show. But yeah, so there's really bad entities out there, so you got to know what you're dealing with and know how to deal with it, because you can really be affected. I'm not talking about attachments. You can get very sick.
Yeah.
Because I've had that happen to me, and I'm seasoned at this. So, I've been doing this. I am been doing this for so long that I was at a place that I'm talking to the man. It's only him and I, and the room next to us, something flew across the room.
Oh.
And I kind of ignored it, and we went back to it. I said, oh my God, something just, because I'm so used to it.
Right.
This is normal to me.
Right.
So it's fun to bring newbies on that never investigated before, and they're like freaking out, and they alert you to it because you're so used to it. You used to sounds, you used to people talking to you, used to be in touch, you used to being pushed. I got pushed violently quite a few times. I was punched really hard in my head.
Oh wow. Yeah.
Because I told them where the guy was. They were asking me where he was, and I pointed to him because I could see him.
Yeah.
And he punched me.
So Jason's asking, do you think any of those negative entities are like biblical demons?
I haven't encountered anything like that yet, but these things have been around for a long time, and they're not human. They're not human, and I can't call it demonic, but they're on that spectrum.
Yeah.
It's like almost they're an army here in Earth on our level.
So not really a demon, but more like a deity, something.
No, not a deity.
No.
So there's these things that like to hold. Like if there's a haunted location, there's a lot of spirits there.
Yeah.
You're always going to get this negative entity.
Yeah.
and they appear all differently. I've seen them many times, and I don't like to mess with them because
Hmm.
they're very strong. Um, and they like to keep the earthbound spirits stuck.
Yeah.
They keep
Okay.
them
Yep.
state confusion so they don't
Yep.
cross. So that, I mean, what is that? Like they're trying to stop them from going to heaven to be with their loved ones.
Yeah. Yeah. Because we went to an investigation. We had to deal with that at one point too. It was telling us that they belong to me. I'm not going to let them go.
Yeah,
Type of thing. So I don't know if it was just because they feed off of that energy. Is that what they're doing?
they do. They feed off of their and they control them.
Yeah.
I'll tell you about another case, but I will tell you, you know what I can do
Hmm.
because they're hard to get rid of.
Yeah.
But I can cross the other ones over.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Frank's saying, I understand what she's saying. I have one in my house. I had one in my house once, and it was hell getting rid of it. So
Mm.
yeah. So Corey, why are you in a hospital bed at the moment, brother?
Oh no, Corey.
So, well, I mean that's April. See how important you are. People are watching you from the hospital.
Oh, oh, Corey. I hope you're feeling better.
Yeah. Um.
You know, I was I feel like for you too, Tom. You were going through a little rough time, but it kind of like dissipated for you.
What was that? I'm sorry.
I felt like you were going through a rough time for a while, and it kind of dissipated.
Um.
A little bumpy, and I don't know if somebody's not wasn't feeling good, or somebody was going through something.
Oh. I went
I mean,
through.
you don't have to tell it. I know.
I went through to where. I went through to where I thought I had a couple of heart attacks.
That's what it showed. I didn't want to say it publicly.
Yeah, you can say it. It's okay.
All right, yeah. It's hard when I do this because I don't want to expose.
Yeah, no, it's
Okay, I
yeah,
know because I see you laid up in a hospital, and I know it was a bumpy ride.
I went in twice. The first time I went in, my blood pressure or was it my blood pressure?
Yeah.
My blood pressure was
What's your blood pressure?
211 over 140.
Yeah, that's stroke. That's stroke.
Yeah, and I walked to the emergency room.
Hey, I think I'm dying.
And then
and it's funny, like it's a silent killer because you can't feel it.
Well, the thing was we still don't know 100% what it is. I've been dealing with this for 3 maybe 4 months now.
Okay, I feel like this is like
and they're thinking that it's maybe something like esophageal, like their guess is like I have an esophageal tear, so the acidity's eating me up.
Yeah, wait. Karen's trying to get in.
Oh, does she need the link?
Wait, yeah, just put the link in. You know what? There's two messages open for us. So put in that first one.
Okay, hold on. Let me grab this for her, folks.
Yeah, I saw something around heart attack, and I just didn't want to say it. I didn't want to make it public. So it is your blood pressure, and I feel like this is. I'm going to tell you right now. It's not your heart. It like they said, but it is affecting your heart. The transmitters, something with the heart, it's cross-wired somehow. The wrong, but it's making your blood pressure go up. So it is a physical thing.
Okay. Yeah.
I do see a tear somewhere that is fixable. So you will have to go in and fix this.
Yeah, like I said, they thought it was actually an esophageal tear.
Yeah. I don't think it's there.
But because they were thinking that that's what it was, and because my blood pressure is way down now. Like I got my blood pressure under control.
Are you taking medications?
Yes.
All right, but still,
but every once in a while, I still have probably a week or so ago, I still had the kick in the chest.
Yeah.
Well, hi, Taryn. How are you?
April, my bestest
I
ever.
love you. I missed you, bitch.
Well, everybody, it was really nice talking. Now I get to sit back and enjoy the show.
So. I just want to finish saying something. So, Tom, there's something that does have to be fixed. I don't want you to keep taking medication for this because I mean, of course, I want you to keep taking, but I want to get to the root problem. There's something with the transmitters, like going to the heart and this, and that's raising it. It's like you don't have high blood pressure, but your body is responding to it, and it is making the blood pressure go up. Do you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You shouldn't have it. You don't have, like, the cholesterol problems and all this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have cholesterol. I have high blood pressure. I am type 2 diabetic.
Yeah.
So it's all kind of kicking me in the butt.
Yeah, but
I'm not afraid of anything.
The transmitters are not transmitting correctly to the
Yeah.
heart, to the brain. Everything is not working correctly. That is off. So I don't know if they can do, like, check the chambers or do that thing when they do the dye into it.
So they did that.
Did they come up with it?
They came up with nothing. They also did a stress test, and they said I'm as strong as a bull. Like, my heart is as strong as a bull. They did the dye test. They did
I'll give you an example. They came to me, my friends brought a picture to me and said they can't figure out what's wrong with this woman.
Yeah.
So I said her blood is infected, and I said she needs a couple transfusions. So anyways, they went to the doctor. The doctor said there's no infection in it, blah, blah, blah. A month later, she got rushed to the hospital. She had an infection in her blood. She needed transfusions.
Yeah.
And I kept telling them, I'm sticking to what I say. So
well,
I'm glad you're okay.
I'm still being looked at for it. I'm not letting it go away because I don't, if their answer is we don't know yet. So my answer to them is, well, we're not stopping until we figure out what it is. So I'm not happy with we don't know yet.
Yeah, I'm not either. That's why I want you to keep after this.
Oh yeah, I do. I am.
It's something fixable.
Yeah, and I'm pretty stubborn when it comes to this. So,
so Nicole can tell them that if anything happens to you, they don't have to just deal with her. There's 2 Jersey Italian women that hunt them down, and they will make a mess of that place.
It's
you
the
do the right testing on my friend.
Taryn is the VA, so they're already making a mess of stuff. So
we'll put a fake horse's head with ketchup on it in the hospital.
Or if you want, I can tell you where to get a real horse's head. So that's
okay. Oh no, we love animals.
I'm just letting you know. You know my past life, my past job, so I can get stuff for you.
I'll skip that part.
Taryn, I was talking about you at what a fantastic, amazing investigator you are, but your clairaudient skills are amazing. Like when you hear the EV, she will hear them in real time. Nobody else hears them, and she will get it on the recorder. And sometimes I looked at it, I'm like, I didn't even hear that, and she heard it.
And that's why I like to stop the recorder and play it right then and there, so everybody there, because that's who I need the validation from.
Right.
I need people.
Times I was with her, she did this. It's amazing. It blows my mind.
April, that means a lot to me.
Oh, come on.
To be honest with you.
And I said, and she's hot. And what blows my mind is that I was saying you have ADHD, right? I said, right? And but when you laser focus on investigating, you are laser focused, especially with that.
Yeah, I love it. I love doing that.
I got a question.
All right. Oh, yeah.
Okay,
go ahead.
April?
Yeah.
April?
Yes.
Have you done readings lately? I'm assuming you did because you have a glass of wine, which means someone paid you. Because I told you use the wine. So.
Oh my God, that was the best friggin' promo ever.
I'm glad you guys enjoyed that. So
that was great.
Some lady said she spit out her coffee watching it.
Well, awesome. I have to admit, I had to look up prowess. I was like, what the heck's that mean?
You had that look of prowess.
Right?
Oh, thanks, Corey.
What's going on, Corey?
Corey, follow me. I'd like to keep in touch with you. Follow me on my Facebook page.
Great to love you guys. Tom, thanks, brother. Appreciate it. Hope you're feeling better. Let us know how things are going. Hopefully it's just something minor.
Yeah.
And to answer Nikki's question, yes, I did have my hand up to talk on my own show because I know how this is going to go tonight. And like I thank you for the crowd for allowing me to talk for about 20 minutes. But I'm done now. Now it's the April and Taryn show. I'm just here to have the beard. So
Hey, listen.
Hello, Brian.
When April, but it's the same thing when I work with April, and this is why I will say, I say this all the time. I don't care what anybody thinks, what anybody says. And everybody knows me. If I have something to say about somebody, whether it's positive or negative, I'm going to say it.
Oh, she's gonna
I'll say it to them as well. I say it to their face and whatever. But anyways,
she's brutal.
Well, I mean, and I
learned
learned
the right way. She calls.
Oh, and she should.
Like it is.
Exactly.
She
Yeah.
calls it like it is.
Well, and it's done in private first, and then if it's not how it goes, and you're continuing to do the wrong things, then it's brought to my peers and my colleagues and people that I work with that I don't want to see them get hurt.
Yeah.
But April, I said, if me and April stop talking tomorrow, we hate each other's guts, which it would be like the heavens and the hells crashing together.
Oh my
goodness. That would never happen.
It's not going to happen. But
that would be like Armageddon right there. That would,
but I'm just saying, if that happened, I would never take back the fact that I've seen this woman work in person on my show ever. And in person, I mean, you see it on the shows. I mean, she's talking to people and telling people stuff, and that's great. But when in person, when you see it, when there's these complete strangers that walk in and she's like, boom, who's Michael? He was a firefighter, blah, blah, and just starts, there's no guessing. It's right. And they're like, oh my God. And you can see the reaction. Like you can see you have no, like the only other person that has impressed me like that was John Edwards. When I saw him live and I saw the things that he was doing for people.
It's amazing.
To see April be able to help people and bring clarity to them and like to help, like it's on a whole nother level. Like
I just talked to John.
Yeah, I know you did. But like it's amazing what she does. And I love working with her because
that was fun at the Shanley, right? We did with Get Haunted.
Yeah, Shanley. Yeah. And even we haven't been there in a while. It was we did what mansion was that? Strauss?
Oh, yes. No, Kreischer
Mansion, and then we did the place with Danger.
Oh yeah, and
Columbus-in. Columbus-in.
Yeah.
Never disappoints anybody. So April is amazing to have on investigations, and as even I witnessed her telling owners of the places the history, and it might be wrong from what they have, and she's right, and then they get back to her. And she goes, look, I told you I was fucking right. I told you. I knew it. I wasn't questioning you. I wasn't questioning you. So I'm telling you, she's the real. Who
thinks that me and Taryn should go out on the road together?
Oh my God. That must be a reality show and a half.
I know. And film ourselves.
Oh my goodness.
Even when April's in a bad mood and she takes it out on me, and I'm just like, I'm gonna go over here and
I know.
I hide.
Listen,
I hide.
My husband too. Listen, my husband too. My daughter.
I love her to death. I know she doesn't mean it, and I just go hide. I'm like, no, I'm gonna go hide right now. She'll let me know when she's okay.
So I will. My poor husband. Wait, I just gotta tell you, they get the brunt of me, and I said, listen, I'm worse than everyone else. I'm mild with you guys.
I'm just saying that if you guys decide to do that, I'm going to have to take time off of work so I can come be your personal bodyguards.
Oh yeah.
I would do that. So I would take
we
time
would need
off.
One probably. Well, April would need one.
I would take time to do that. So, yeah.
I found 2 places I want to go. I'm going to keep it quiet.
Oh, good.
Jason's wanting to know if you can do a reading for him afterwards.
You know what? I have so much to do. I have work to do. I have to call a few clients back today. I would love to. I have, you know what? And this is a shame. Like after a reading, I have clients call me. Oh my God, thank you for reading. And they have more stuff to ask. And I'm like, I can't.
Right.
I only have so many hours in a day.
So Brady is saying, so I have a question for everyone. I feel like a lot of people with natural abilities like sensitives or intuitives, etc., can have a hard time getting into a good meditative state, sometimes due to personal frustrations with people or personal negative feelings. Are there good meditation practices to help with that, or is it better to address personal issues before trying to get into that state?
Yeah, you have to clean your act up, make amends, Oh, Aisheng, how are you,
So I
Dolphin?
will say, having ADHD, I struggle all the time with meditation. I can't get there. I can't shut my brain down. I can't shut off. People have tried to do Reiki. People have tried to help me. Like my ADHD is so bad. I'm not good with protection. I'm not good with meditation. It's
Yeah, me
Can I
neither.
just correct this guy, Joe? It is all about
Yeah.
meditation. It
So-
is. Any any psychic, famous psychic will tell you it's all about the meditation.
yeah. Wait, somebody said what about meditation?
He says,
Meditation, you have to have your mind clear. You
he
can't
said,
drive.
go with what's your strength. Doesn't always have to be Om. I meditate while driving or playing games.
Yeah, I mean, I know,
Yeah.
I'm at some. I take it back. When I'm at Little Round Top during the sunset, I'm laying on that rock. I lose. I literally lose time, lose myself. I fall asleep. Like I get into such a deep connection with whatever's going on there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's the only time. But before investigations and stuff like that, there's no way. I can't even fall asleep at night. I'm up at 3-4 o'clock in the morning because can't shut my brain off.
There's a way to not fall asleep through meditation, and it's like counting back, starting at the number 53, and
Really?
doing your breathing. It's hard. It's annoying, but it keeps you in that. But it trains you.
Yeah.
It's a training technique.
Yeah.
It keeps you from falling asleep. But the best thing to do is just to quiet your mind, and still be alert with what's going on around you, but you clear your mind.
Even when I was a baby, and I've told people this, and it's the truth. My mom can vouch for this. When she would take me to like daycare and stuff, I wouldn't take a nap when all the other kids took naps, and they made her take me to the doctors to make sure I was okay because I never slept. And the doctor's like, everything checks out. So they eventually just were putting me in the corner with coloring books and crayons and whatever while the other kids slept because they were like, okay, she just doesn't sleep.
Well, you're active. And wait, but you're a Pisces too, which I bet you have a lot of Gemini in you if we do your chart.
Oh, wow. Really?
Because Geminis, their minds are constantly going and they have to learn and they can't stop moving and they can't stop talking. I have a Gemini daughter.
It's funny because I wonder, because Geminis tend to be my little, my challenge.
Yeah.
I love them. I'm attracted to Geminis.
I guess so.
Oh, hey, Tom, you're a Gemini?
No, I'm actually a Pisces, but I gel with what she says because when I was in kindergarten, I would not sleep. So I actually learned how to read the alphabet backwards. So
cool.
And I can still do it today. So
that's
I know.
Awesome. So when you get pulled over,
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can do it without any hesitation at all because when I was in kindergarten, I would lay there awake because my mind was just going. So I started focusing on the stuff on the walls. And so I learned how to read the alphabet backwards.
That's amazing.
Wait, can I tell you something funny? What I did in kindergarten?
Of course you can.
You're going to think I'm such a mean person, but I thought it was funny. So anyway, I'm sitting with these two girls, right? And we had cookies, and I don't know. She brought in cookies, and she gives us each one. And I'm like chewing on the cookie, and I know it's a chocolate chip cookie. I said, "Oh my God!" I said something like, "There's talk about the chocolate chips." I said, "I'm allergic to chocolate chips," and I made believe I died. And I fell on the ground.
April!
And they started crying.
Oh.
This is kindergarten.
That is awesome.
I'm not proud of the stuff I did when I was younger too. You know what I mean? When I was little, I was a bully. I tried to a while ago, I tried to Google people that I remember who they were so I could find them and apologize because I feel bad about how I was when I was younger. I was literally like 5, 6, and 7.
Yeah.
But I was a little asshole.
Yeah.
And I did some mean stuff to people. And I'm like, I hope if anybody knows me from when I was little, I'm sorry if I was an asshole.
So you're trying to find that one person from Billy Madison who will cross your name off with red lipstick so they don't come.
Yes. Oh my God. Yes. Oh.
But we're not even going to talk about Power Unity. Oh, but wait. Tell them about.
Yeah, Bill.
Hey, Bill, how's it going?
But you know what? I have noticed though that because I can't do that kind of stuff, like meditate and protection and all that stuff, the more paranormal stuff I'm doing, the harder it is for me to recoup from that paranormal hangover. You know what I mean? That people, they're hitting me harder, and they're taking longer to get over. Like
Yeah.
the whole day will be gone. We'll get wasted. I can't do anything.
My husband says I'm useless for a week. I'm like,
Oh yeah, it's getting longer and longer. Like, and I'm sure Rob hates it. He's gonna hate it even more.
So Jason states, do you really believe in the horoscope stuff? I'm an Aquarius, but Aquarius description doesn't seem to fit me.
Well,
I will tell you yes, because I am a Pisces, but Pisces stuff does not fit me at
well, you know
all.
what? You
But
have
it's
to do
not
a natal chart. You have to
right.
know where your ascendant is.
Exactly. That's what I'm
your
saying.
moon is your personality, but your ascendant is what people see.
Yes.
So that's why I know my husband's a Scorpio. He does not fit a Scorpio.
No.
Yeah.
I am.
He's very passive.
He's hot too.
I am not the creative daydreamer type person. That's not me. So
that would be cool.
So for me, it's just something. It's just I know that it's tied to other parts of my chart, not my Pisces side.
Yeah.
So I had to understand that. Yep, I had to understand.
You need a good astrologer to decipher.
Someone did mine for me, and I have it, so it makes more sense. So
exactly, they could be really good. You know, like I mean, I'm a triple fire. I'm Aries.
What's an astrology chart?
It's the day you're born. The exact time and where the location of it can pinpoint where all the stars were at that moment.
Yeah, it's the natal chart report, NATAL, natal chart report.
Wow.
So
I'll do one.
You can go out and have one done. Yeah. Oh. So yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. I should.
Yeah, but you don't want to get ripped off by somebody. Like you could do it right online.
Yeah.
I've been to really good astrologers. I will tell you who I follow and I worship, and I actually interviewed her. Susan Miller from astrologyzone.com. There's no one like her.
Okay, good. I'll get her information from you.
Yeah. Been amazing.
If you said you could help me with it, I prefer you, but I'll get her information. I'll have her on my show.
Oh, you know what? I'll get you I have the contact for her assistant.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So Jason's saying he's a super introverted person that hears everything but says nothing.
I used to be that way.
Yeah.
So you know what? Now this plays a factor too. So you can be like, I'm an Aries, so I'm very outgoing, very, you see my personality.
You are?
Face, very bold. But if I had trauma in my childhood, that would turn me into an extrovert. That will change any person or any sign. They become passive from trauma. So I can tell, like when I meet people, like after I read them, I'm like, hey, are you a Taurus? Or this, and I'm like, wait, did you have like trauma in your child? I can actually see, this is funny, when I do readings, if I zone in on to see like specific points in your life where you might have had trauma or something happened, I actually see a board with lines in it, and it'll have the number like 17, 5. So I'm like, hey, at 3 years old, I know something happened. Then at 5 again, and then at 17, you had an issue, some type of trauma in your life. They'll be like, oh, 3, my mom died. 17, my grandmother, so it's pretty cool. But that does affect astrology. That will affect your personality.
Yeah.
There's a lot of factors playing into this. There's numerology too.
Yeah. Yeah. Brian's saying, oops, got an extra one in there. Gemini Sun, Scorpio Rising, Sagittarius Moon. Mine was done online, so it sounds like it may not be accurate.
Do you know, Brian, your exact time of date? Because that's very, very
important. Yeah.
Like not guessing.
Yeah.
Like
I know. You're saying the time. I know the time I was born. My mom tells me.
Don't tell anybody because you don't want to give. You might as well give your social security number out. No,
I took mine right off my birth certificate. My time.
Yeah.
Yep. So.
I was born in Hoboken. I had to drive down to Hoboken to get mine because the original one I have didn't have my time in it. My mom always used to say the time, and I'm like, I don't trust her. She was right. She was friggin' right.
Yeah, Brian's saying the same thing. He looked at my birth certificate. So it may be someone online who gave you a bad reading. They're out there. So
you should probably tell everybody about it.
So he is a Gemini sun, which is so creative. They're very brilliant. Geminis are brilliant.
Gemini sun.
The thing is Pisces are supposed to be creative. I'm not creative.
Gemini, you see, he's a Gemini with Scorpio rising. So very creative, very smart, but people might think you might come off as an asshole to people, but you're not. I'm just, and Sagittarius, I'm a Sag rising too. Oh no, but you're Sag moon.
Yeah, he's Sag moon.
Rising. Okay. Yeah, very outgoing. Don't like to be tied down. Not meaning in a relationship, but anything. Like
That sounds like me. I probably.
When I get upset, I have to go for a ride. Like I have to move.
Jason's giving us all his information. Where's his social security number and mother's maiden name? So
okay. Hurry up. Now.
So
Taryn got a pen?
It's saved in the messaging. We're good.
Yeah, right.
So you know what? You know what we have coming up together, me and Taryn? We're both gonna be at Penhurst Paracon, May 19th and 21st. Yeah.
Yep.
She's working for them with the team because everyone loves her.
Well, everybody loves you because you're doing what?
I'm doing gallery readings at Penhurst.
That's gonna be a good one.
Oh my God. You know what I was thinking? I'm like, it's gonna be too friggin' hot.
Nah, you're gonna be great. And then we're gonna be at the Bash, and we're also gonna be at Power Unity together.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Oops.
I'm so excited.
Hey, Jason, I'm actually a leap year baby. So I know he said it was a leap year. So, but yes, I'm actually.
So you really exist, Jason?
So I was actually born on February 29th.
Oh, wow.
So here's the weird part. 3 of me and my family are all born on 29 February.
That's so crazy.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
Yeah. I have a twin sister. But I have a brother who's 8 years older than we are, also born on February 29th.
Whoa.
Yeah.
How did your mom do that?
How
did she do that?
I will tell you that we were 15 days late because I held down. I was like, nope, not coming out. Nope,
I was 2 weeks late. I was 24 hours. My mom was in labor with me for 24 hours. Then they had to pull me out with things.
I kicked my sister out and then hung around for a while. I was like, no, look at all this room I got now. I'm not going anywhere. So, yep.
Yeah, I didn't want to come out either. My mom, she's like, and then they handed me to you, and the first thing you did was shit on my chest. You're still doing it.
Yeah.
I was like, whatever. She's like, you shit on me. I was like, well,
I was comfortable
out of my safe place.
My daughter, I kept feeling my daughter for a year before I had her.
Really?
Yeah. I kept feeling her. I was having dreams about her, and she was talking to me. Oh my God, it was crazy. Then I became obsessed with the girl from the movie Signs, and I think it came out a year before she was born too.
Oh, the little girl. I got amoebas.
Yeah, I know. And
she is so adorable.
Reminded me of the little girl I kept seeing, and I'm like, this is my daughter. I know this is my daughter. You know, and
that's so cute. I love that little girl.
So Brady is asking, what are some good key points to look for in a medium to follow or visit? There's definitely a lot of them out there. What are some good ways of vetting them, so to speak?
Well, you know, if they don't go live, they can't do live readings, or they're not like have a business doing readings, then that's what I always got. You know, and just, I guess, word of mouth, you hear who's good or not, but you don't want somebody just giving you basic stuff, you know, like, oh, you know, I feel like you've been upset lately and sometimes you get depressed. Well, that's everyone. They're having money problems.
Oh my goodness. You're right on.
You're so right. Oh my God.
Yeah. I agree with April, because the more I'm getting involved with a lot of different people all across the country and in other countries. I mean, it's sad, but they have to prove it, just like we do as investigators and teams. You know, you have to kind of prove yourself to people that, you know, you're not fake or you're not an ass, you know.
That's why I go live. I used to go live.
So April goes, you got to find people like April. You're looking at it right there. Yeah. I mean, she does live readings. You
all over the world.
You see people's reactions. You hear what they're saying. Like, she's validated, you know, in more ways than one. I mean, that's where you got to look for, because there is a lot of people out there.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that take advantage of people and are only in this for money, and that is it.
Or, you know, it's the notoriety, because you know what? It's become a thing now. Everyone's calling them psychic medium. And doing meditation for a couple of days does not make you psychic.
Yeah, you look at how long they've been doing it. Find out.
Years. And
ask for references.
If you're not naturally born with it, it will take a lot of years to build it up. into a level where it's acceptable to do it for a business. Yes.
I have a question.
Host Tom.
I have a question. April, I have a question for you then dealing with this. And it's for me personally, which is why I'm asking. So I get a lot of like instantaneous, like when someone asks a question and I'm just, I don't know the best way to say this, but like if I'm just talking to somebody and all of a sudden something comes in my head and it's a voice saying, you need to talk to this person for me because this is what they need to know this. And I do that sporadically, but I don't do readings like you do. It seems like they hit me when someone needs it right at that point.
Yeah. Well, maybe that's how you do it. It's just you have to meditate. Meditation's the key.
That's but Tom, that's happened to me a couple of times, but it doesn't. It hasn't happened to me in about.
You have to learn to control
7-8 years.
Mine happened last week. That's what I'm saying. I mean, it just came last week.
This is something you have to control and also really you have to be subjective. All right.
Yeah.
Objective. I mean, is it a question that's easily answered? Because a lot of people, because believe me, I teach classes, and I would say to my students, "You that's your imagination," and they would get mad. Listen, it happens to the best of us. Our imagination pops in, or it's something you can answer like through gut feeling, like normal. I hate the word. Oh my God, what was that word? What do they say? Oh,
I know you hate answer when people go,
empath.
What's going to happen with my love life?
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my God, please. It's so erratic a love life too, unless there's something real going on.
Right.
Yeah. I like the meat and potatoes. But no, really, honestly, you have to be careful. It's not your imagination. Isn't yes or no question? Is it an easy question to answer? You really have to ask yourself if you're doing this on a daily basis, then yeah, there's something there.
Right.
And I don't care what anyone says. You can take all these freaking classes you want. And I teach classes. And you need to meditate. If you do not meditate, you're not going to get to that level. It's because everything is controlled here, where we meet with spirit. Even ETs and UFOs, we all meet here in our consciousness. That's how we connect with one another. I have conversations while I'm meditating with people. It's crazy. Today, this is so weird. During my meditation, it's going to sound crazy, but we were actually floating around together because I was like leaving my body talking to this guy, but still connected. And I didn't tell you the reading I did today. The guy, it was the woman's husband. I was just about to read, and he says to me, he said, "Tell her I love her to the moon and back." In the meantime, some guy, Carl, kept yelling out his name. Carl. And I knew he wasn't a relative. Anyway, I tell the lady this. I said, I know he's not the type to say, I love you or this, but he's saying, I love you to the moon and back. Well, she started crying. She just put up a picture frame with that saying for him, I love you to the moon and back.
So he was saying it back to her.
Yeah. So now.
See, that's awesome to me. Like, that's great.
Now we get
specific. That's specific.
That's specific.
Yeah.
You want the meat and potatoes. You want hardcore evidence. The guy, Carl. So I said, listen, I got to ask you, because while I was talking to your husband, some guy kept interfering. He kept screaming out his name, Carl. She goes, oh my God, April, my daughter-in-law's father just died 2 days ago, Carl.
Wow.
Yeah. I said, tell him he knows that she's going through, I can't say, I don't like to.
Something.
Yeah, going through something, and something else happened, and he was there to let her know that it was going to be okay. And it might show up somewhere else, but she's still going to be okay.
Yeah.
So it was very, very specific.
Yeah. Well, I'll have to talk to you afterwards.
Yeah.
Because mine have been very specific. Like I tell them names, I tell them stuff like that, and they're like, that's freaking. I go, I don't know why they just started talking, but they just
start meditating.
It's very instantaneous.
Yeah. You have to learn to connect and connect to the energy.
Yeah.
You don't have to do that, because now if it's coming out sporadically, because that's what I do. Like my friends call it drive-by readings, because I'll walk past somebody, stop dating the redhead. Stop wearing women's clothing.
So Brady does respond back, but that's definitely true. It's hard to prove yourself as an investigator, medium, or any other energy worker. You really have to prove yourself. There's a lot of people that would doubt or put people down without really getting to know or understand someone.
Too many people are calling themselves mediums and investigators, and they're not.
They're not.
I welcome anybody and everybody to critique my stuff. I go live during investigations. I put stuff out there. I welcome it. I want to hear people's
And you
feedback.
aren't meditating.
I mean, we're friends. You got to figure we're friends with Kenny Biddle. If anybody's going to call us out, it's going to be Kenny.
Yeah, like
I love Kenny Biddle.
Oh yeah, and that's exactly.
I'm sure everything that I believe is paranormal, he doesn't think it is, right?
Yeah.
I already know that, you know.
Yeah.
But you know, I welcome that from my peers and my you know, fellow investigator or anybody, somebody I don't know. Like, please, like I was live at Octagon Mansion 2 weeks ago, and I was having things happen there that because I don't use a lot of equipment. I don't understand the equipment that much.
Right.
But you connect well.
Yeah. But and there was stuff happening with this equipment, and I'm like, please, people, watch this and let me know what you think. I want to know because I can't explain what was happening.
Right.
So I want the feedback. I want people, if it's bullshit, it's bullshit. Tell me. I don't care. I'm not going to get mad.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want to say that I think something was paranormal or believe in something was paranormal if there's a chance there's not.
Taryn, I've done that. Listen, I was with friends and we got the greatest EVP only to find out it was me whispering because I talk to myself sometimes. Yeah. So and I'm like, oh my God.
Oh yeah, thank you, thank you so much. See, I mean, there was people watching.
Oh, Kathy!
They were like, "Holy crap!" Like I said, "Can you make collar on Zeus light up?" And it lit up, and nothing ever. I couldn't believe how much specific interaction we were getting with the equipment. We're like, put one on, turn one off. It happened. I looked at John because it was only me and John Cushman. I said, I even said this to him. I go, I thought you were doing something to like manipulate the freaking equipment because, but he was sitting right next to me. He wasn't moving, but my brain was trying to rationalize what the hell was going on.
What is this? Yeah. Why is this doing this? There has to be another reason besides what I'm hoping.
Yeah. I mean, like it just didn't make sense.
Go out with Tom and Nicole one time and do an investigation. That would be fun.
Absolutely. You know, we'd be down for that.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, we just have to.
Awesome.
You know, I'd love to meet my wife in person.
Nicole, I want you to start practicing with Nicole.
Okay.
Like energy work with her, you know, or just like feel like her energy. Wait, that might turn into a very romantic night.
Hey now.
Well, we're actually pretty in tune. I mean, like we know a lot of thought processes from each other. Like we'll know it before we say it, type of thing, you know. And we're pretty synced up.
Yeah, I think you are too. I can just feel it off of Nicole anyway.
Yeah,
she's amazing.
Oh, she is. She's better than I am. She just hasn't figured it out yet. So she hasn't opened up to it yet. Jason's asking. We have two Jasons on here, by the way. So
yeah, I know both of them.
Yeah, April, do you think table tipping is a real form of communication between life and death?
You know, I'm not going to knock it. It's just not my thing. I was never into the spiritualism. I had a bad experience with spiritualists. They left a bad taste in my mouth, so I don't want to do anything with them. But I'm sure it is. Listen, I'm telling you, I've done practice where I've had somebody hold a flower and put their energy into it, and I would grab the flower from like psychometry and read that flower.
Oh.
You know, because they put the direct energy on it. They transferred the energy on into it, and I took the flower from it and I read it. I've read Q-tips. I mean, like I could read anything. Like once you do this, and Tom, you could do this too. You know, just throw things. And what are you feeling from that? You know, what is that Q-tip telling you? Yeah,
it's funny that they brought up tables because I've never been around it or saw it or involved with it, and I regret not participating. But this weekend I saw it for the first time.
Oh, with Pam at Beaver House.
So yeah, there were 4 people. It wasn't Pam doing it, but there was 4 people doing it, and I think they do it all the time. They're like the people that come there and do it all the time, maybe, I guess. But I mean, the table was like legit.
Yeah.
Like,
wow. It's crazy.
Like what's going on?
It moves violently. It won't work for me.
Yeah, Pam's like, sit there, and I'm like, I don't know if I want to.
And as I said, no, thank you.
Like I don't know if I'll be able to handle that.
It won't work for me if I sit in. That's why I never do it.
Like I'm still trying to figure out the equipment thing from 2 weeks ago. I don't know if I could handle the table thing. If something weird happened, I'd be like, wait a minute, wait. This is
Lenny Jones.
Oh, so Nikki wants me to tell you what I saw in the lightning storm last time. Was that Nikki? That was a couple of them ago, wasn't it? Was that the picture I posted? I posted a couple of them ago. I posted a pic, and you can see a pretty cool breakout of what looks like an angel in the clouds.
Oh my God, that's amazing!
Yeah, it was really cool. I actually still have the pic. I'll be sure to send it to you guys so you can see it.
Oh, I would love to see that.
But I did post it on Facebook, but it looks really cool. And Nikki, Taryn, Nikki is saying, yes, we have to get together because you two are wives. You haven't met each other yet.
Well, that's what I said. I said I would love to hang out, Nicole. I said I want to meet my wife in person.
Right?
They're sister wives.
So Jason said the table did a number on him. He even inspected it to make sure. So yeah.
Oh no, for real, they're doing it for real. I've been there quite a few times. And
I saw it, and I was like this, and Pam's like, you should try it. And I'm like, maybe next time.
Oh, that's what she's talking about. That's what she's talking about. Last night we had an awesome thunderstorm around us. I posted, we had sheet lightning and bolt lightning, and the bolt lightning was actually going upwards from the ground. It was really cool looking, but in the middle of it, I could actually see a wind elemental because I can see the elementals, and I actually watched the wind elemental up there, and it was interesting because when I saw the wind elemental, it moves in different directions than the clouds does, so I can tell and I can make out its shape and everything else, and it was very cool that I was able to watch it. So
well, I want to plan a trip when your guys are going to get like thunderstorms, and I need to come to your house because you guys I miss thunderstorms.
We have great
thunderstorms anymore.
Well, so if you've watched any of the videos, that's from our new house. We actually get to sit up on our deck.
I know.
And it just overlooks all that land, and we're right next to the lake. So we have all that energy all from right there.
Oh wow, that's amazing.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, I wrote that in one of your videos. I said you get the best thunderstorms.
Yeah, and last night I posted a 2-minute one and I posted a 5-minute one. And the 5-minute one is the one where you see all the lightning shooting upward and like just crossing all across the sky. It was amazing. And I was explaining to her that I'm sitting here holding my phone, recording this lightning storm while sitting on a metal chair on a high deck. I'm like,
the last night was the one that the Nicole scream?
Yeah, that was the 2-minute one.
Yeah.
I would be Nicole. Tom, how much life insurance?
He was sitting right next to me. So, and the whole thing is, I had to explain to her because she's sitting there, and like a bolt comes through, and she goes, "Oh fuck!" And I go, "I'm recording this for Facebook," and she's like, "Oh, sorry, Facebook."
I have to watch it. Joe, where do you live? Joe said he doesn't get done.
Joe's in Hawaii. He's the one I'm going to go see out in Oahu.
Yeah.
So
Karen,
I'm going to Oahu to go see Joe.
Oh my God, that's so awesome!
In August.
That's awesome.
Joe, you live in paradise.
Thanks, Jason. Appreciate it.
It's expensive as F, though.
Yeah. But then you got the really bad sections in Hawaii. Well, you see Dog the Bounty Hunter. Where you think all the bad people are? They're in Hawaii.
Hey.
They're in paradise.
I guess I'll be there one day.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, it's nice because I'm actually getting sent over there for work, so I don't have to pay for it.
Got arrested yet. No.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but it's nice because my work's paying for me to go over there. So I'm going to borrow Joe as a tour guide while I'm over there.
Awesome. So, that is so awesome.
He says we can be broke with beautiful scenery.
Yeah, I have a friend that moved to Hawaii. I'm like so jealous. I see her pictures or videos, and I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah, ask her to show us where she lives. No,
I'd sleep on the beach. I wouldn't care. I'd sleep on the beach. I'd be like, this is great.
Yeah, well, that's so. When April and I were on here at the beginning, Sandy and Mary are both over in Hilo, over in Hawaii. And so they're on here too watching the show. But yeah,
that's awesome.
There's a handful of people on here from Hawaii. They're just chilling out on really nice beaches.
Go follow Paranormal Brew and Intuitive April.
Oh, absolutely. In fact, hold on. Hey, while you bring that up,
show us in Hawaii.
While you bring that up, let's throw this up here because here's Taryn. This is I only got 2 of you on here, Taryn, or 2 of yours on here because it doesn't print out everything. Because so folks, you need to understand, Taryn has her hands in like everything. I mean, and I don't mean that.
That's good. That's fine.
No, I mean that. So if you go out to these 2 sites right here, you will see all her other links because she's part of PD Region and it's like so many other different things that she's taking part of. And it's phenomenal that she's part of so many different things that she's another person. I told you in the beginning, April's one you need to follow. Taryn's the other one you need to follow, like, and share because these two women, you see them on the show right now, and this is nothing. They are fantastic. So make sure you're following these wonderful ladies. And so there's Taryn's. And there's Miss April's again right there. And so that's her Facebook, her Instagram, her TikTok. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab all these as well. And I'm going to post them into the comments. So people will be able to pull them from the comments. But there's also April's intuitiveapril.com. So let me get back to.
That's when magic happens.
That's right. That's right.
And I'm going to have April on. We got to pick a date, but she's going to come on.
Hi, Rosie. So.
Hi, Rosie.
Hi, Rosie.
I like that name.
Rosie Alvarado.
Rosie.
I can't do that. I fake do it.
Mine's just a growl from the throat. So mine's just like.
Oh, I like that. Yeah.
Even the beard shook a little bit. That was good, Tom.
It does. Yes, cool girls that do amazing things. Absolutely. I agree, Jason. Let me grab their information. You guys can talk. I'm just copying and pasting your stuff now. So I can put it out there in the comments for you all so people know where to go find you all. So
yeah, what are we doing? Wait, I think we start we're gonna be Penhurst Paracon. I'm doing something else. I know I'm doing something else.
Oh, there's so much. My May calendar looks so gross.
Yeah,
I'm looking at this like how am I still how am I functioning? This is my May calendar. Can somebody please tell me what is happening there?
Everything.
Oh wait, June 3rd. Let me tell you, June 3rd. I'll be at the Hillview Manor for the psychic fair. I am the guest psychic medium, and I'm also going to be doing gallery readings there. Then that night, I'm going to take the people out on an investigation through Hillview Manor.
That's awesome.
That's just me posting, April. That's all that messaging is. So.
And on the 10th, I'm going to be in Goochland, Virginia.
Hey, I like it.
Goochland
Give me a shirt if they have one. I want a Goochland shirt.
Oh, that place is awesome. You should go with me.
Yeah.
You want to go?
Let me see. This is bad because normally I wouldn't have to do this, you know? Normally I'm like, oh, yeah, I don't got shit going on.
I have things blocked off and I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm
doing.
So
during the summer, I work at a food truck at the down the shore, and I'm working that day. Damn it!
Damn it!
I am working that day.
So you guys have all this stuff going on for paranormal. I'm trying to get out to investigate. Nikki and I actually have one planned for June 24th, but we're going to be right across the border in Iowa, a place called Red Oak, Iowa. And there's a place over there. It's huge. It's a 3-story. Last thing it was a business building, but each story is 3,200 square foot. So this place is going to be huge, and
that is big.
And we're going to go just check it out for a day trip to see what kind of feels we get from it, and if we get anything. So we're going to do a little quick 2-3 hour day trip, and then maybe try to go back for an overnighter if it seems like it's going to be good. But we're taking some people with us who have never been on an investigation before, so we'll see how they react to it as well. But the people who told us about it, they said they don't have anything that's really, it's nothing really negative. They just have activity. So that's why I'm okay taking people with me during the day, really, for a quick trip, because it's only like 40 minutes away from here. It'll just be a nice day trip for them to get out for their first time.
Don't let this blonde hair and lipstick. I get called in for the real hairy demonic shit.
Oh yeah,
I can attest to that
because I don't care.
And actually, I am always like, I know she does, but she doesn't talk because I don't want to know anything about that stuff. I'm good. I said I love Casper, and I'll even push it to Slimer, but I stop there.
That's where you draw the line.
That's where I draw the line.
Oh, has anyone seen The Pope's Exorcist? You saw it?
I did.
Amazing.
I loved it.
Amazing.
So
I know you the picture.
It kind of paralleled right a
Host
little
Tom.
bit.
Wait, host Tom.
So hold on a second. I haven't seen it. It's okay to talk about it, but I'm having an issue with trying to see it because I know the written backstory of this, and I don't know how well it follows along the actual.
None of the movies follow shit.
Yeah,
I know.
And you have to just remember that. Like, none of the movies are none of them are close to what the real story is. We all know, you know what I mean? I remember somebody was saying to me, the Blair Witch, they were afraid of it, but then they found out it was fake. They weren't scared anymore. I'm like, what? If I was lost in the woods like that and my friends kept disappearing and shit, I would be shitting my pants.
Right.
Shit my pants just from bugs.
That movie was scary, real or not. That movie was scary.
That's awesome.
Oh my God.
Oh my goodness. So,
well, hey Tom.
Yes.
It is always a pleasure to talk to you, and I'd like to talk to you some more. I really do have to go after this.
No, that's fine. I was actually.
I would love to talk to you, and maybe we'll do a Zoom call or some StreamYard call, and even I want to meet the beautiful Nicole. Well, I already talked to her too. I love her, but I seriously would love to meet up with you guys sometime. Me and Taryn will have to make it happen.
Absolutely. For us, the biggest thing for I'm as long as I can work my travel out for work because that's my big thing. But for Nikki, it has to be
Gettysburg.
For Nikki, it has to be over the summer because
Battlefield Bash.
She's a teacher, so that's when she can get out is over the summer.
Christmas in July.
So, when in July? I'm
July
gone
13th, 14th, 15th.
Right in the middle of me being in Okinawa for 2 weeks.
Oh, okay.
So I'm there from the 10th to the 24th, I believe. So
where's Nicole?
She's here.
Okay. Well, I want Nicole to come.
Well, Nicole, looks like you're going without me. So, but yeah, so I know that you both have a lot going on, so I think this is probably a good spot to wrap it up.
Oh, excuse me. I'm tired. I have to answer a few clients, and I have
I know, and that's what. So Jason's saying that they will be there. Susan's saying that she'll be bashing. Nicole says, "Sweet."
Oh, Susan.
So, I like that. I'll be bashing. I like that.
Yeah, she says she'll be
I like
bashing.
that too. Who's bashing?
Susan Skills. So. Yes, that's what needs to be. That's what needs to be put on his shirt. Is I'll be bashing. So
yeah.
Brady's saying he'll be there too. So man, it looks like I'm the only one who's not going to be there. So
there's a lot of people going to be there. That's for sure.
Oh, but stay on for like a few seconds after we close down because I just wanted to ask both of you something about my calendar. If you can guys meet up with me. So
yeah, no problem. So let me say goodnight to you.
Okay.
Everybody say goodnight. Good night, ladies. I did post April and Taryn's information.
Thank you.
Comments on Facebook, Instagram, Twitch, as well as YouTube. So anyone out there that's watching from any of those places, you can go out there and find them all. So anyways, ladies, I'll throw you in the back. I'll close it down and I will be right back with you. So
good night, everyone.
Good night, everyone. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you.
All right, everyone, that's the show. Thanks for coming on. Again, like normal, every single time I have to actually log in to see who's on my show next because I'm too dumb to pay attention to it beforehand. So let's see what we got. Taryn and April were on. Oh, I actually have a guest that so she goes by June, but her name is actually Wednesday June. And I've called her both, so I have to figure out which one I need to call her. She told me to call her June, but she also told me to call her Wednesday, so I'm kind of confused. But she's really cool. She's really laid back. We're gonna have a great show next week. This will be the first time she's actually on the show, so she will be a new guest. So come and visit her. You'll see the advertisement like I normally put out. Other than that, everybody have a great night. Thank you once again for coming to visit us. I love having the audience. I call you guys my family simply because of how awesome you all are, and I appreciate how much you interact with the guests. It really makes the show go great. So anyways, have a great night. Have a great week. Much love, and I will see you